So porcelain is a very plastic clay, which means you can roll it very thin without it breaking, but you need to work fast as it dries out quickly. Encourage the ball of clay into a flat disc using the heel of the hand, so gently bashing it out in all directions. If you want to end up with an even, flat slab, then coax it into shape in a range of directions so that you're not stretching it too much more in one direction or another. It will remember this in the drying and firing, so it can tend to curl up if you push it too far in one direction without evenly pressing it out in all the other directions too. Then make sure you have a clean and dry rolling pin. Roll in two directions only from the middle out. Once it's rolled, it's stuck to the fabric, so you're only moving the top of the clay if you continue rolling. Flip the clay and repeat. Remember to roll in different directions for an even slab. When the clay is getting too thin to handle, transfer to newspaper. Roll again from the middle up and the middle down. The slab's now stuck to the paper underneath. Place a new sheet of paper on top of the slab. Holding both sheets, flip the slab without touching it. Remove the stuck piece of paper and repeat the rolling and flipping until the slab is as fine as you want it. You can trim the slab to fit the paper and to check the thickness. And then you keep repeating the rolling and flipping until you get to the desired thickness of your slab. Okay, so I'm just cutting to get a clean edge now. Then using a piece of fabric or a piece of newspaper, you can just gently press along the edge of the slab of clay to make the edges appear even finer and to kind of finish them off and give them a nice even but fine finish on the edge rather than the knife cut line, which you might also like. You can keep that as well, but this gives the appearance of a really, really fine slab because the edge will be very fine. Then handling it as little as possible so that you don't get fingerprints. You can manipulate it relatively quickly as desired into the shapes that you want. You could make a former to slump it over or just model it by hand like this. Then leave to dry. You could support it with a bit of newspaper. You could use a bit of alumina in the kiln to fire that. Just let it dry out and then fire it straight up to stoneware.